Well, this has been fun. Let's wrap this up today so you can get to work. Have you missed any of the previous 5 sessions? If so, go to the text below, see the links, get caught up. For this final session, read into my personal example and then extrapolate the concepts to use in your own individual efforts. But first, some review and elaboration. Again, why are you seeking a dysfunctional business? Really, 3 reasons. First, if it's mismanaged and therefore inefficient, it has a tiny bottom line or no bottom line at all. And that means the business itself has $0 value. You'll be looking at the owner's financials if the owner is organized enough to actually have financials, and you will both agree there is no profit, and that means you won't pay much for it, or maybe you'll pay nothing at all, perhaps just taking over a note or a lease. Second, in a mismanaged yet ongoing business, the big problems are usually easily and quickly fixed. In my own experience with my newly acquired, very sick answering service business, within 90 days of taking it over, I had doubled the gross monthly revenue and cut the chaos in half. The third reason to take over an ailing business, though it's woefully inefficient, the internal operating structure has already been created, and there are some paying customers. You won't have to start from scratch, and you'll have some cash flow. Let's get to it. Here's how my own transaction unfolded. I approached the owners of a small local answering service business and told them I was interested in buying them out. The owners, a middle-aged man and his wife who had purchased the company only a year before, were flailing away the best they could, hyper-stressed and in near panic from the disorder, a less than zero bottom line, and the never-ending demands of their 24/7, 365 business. For them, the business was an out-of-control nightmare. They were so happy that I showed up offering them an exit. They eagerly described their operation, of course, glossing over the problems and embellishing the attributes. I made myself a list of the visible problems and decided those problems were quickly fixable. The actual name of the business was embarrassingly dated. Service rates to customers were ridiculously low. The 7 employees were way underpaid and way overworked. The telephone equipment was outdated, and the moment-to-moment methodologies were cumbersome, riddled with flaws. There was no documentation whatsoever. Maximum inefficiency, maximum chaos. It was a gold mine. After my investigation, I asked them, "How much do you want for your business?" And they said, and keep in mind, this is way back in 1984, $45,000. I responded, "But you have no profit, and no offense intended, but your business has zero value." They didn't like hearing that, but along with their accountant, they had to agree. In my investigations, I had found they had a $16,000 note to the previous owner of the business. So I offered them this: I will take over your note and add $5,000. They snapped it up. They wanted out now, and the cash pushed them over the edge. I gave them the money, took over the note, and the business was mine. I quit my job a few months later. That was 38 years ago. I've lived on the income ever since, and now Centratel is debt-free, valued at double-digit millions of dollars, and by any measure offers the highest quality of service within my industry. Working just a few hours a month, I am essentially retired, but still enjoy a great income and been engaged in the business world as deeply as I choose to be on any given day. And I'll add this. I'm in my early 70s now, but my 7 top managers' average age is under 40, and their average tenure with Centratel is nearly 15 years. None of them have been with me less than 12 years. My CEO, Andy, has been with me for 20. I'm a fortunate guy. Working with these vibrant, exceptional people keeps me young. It's the best part of all of it. Think down the line. Can you see this kind of future for yourself? You should, because it is entirely possible. Okay, we're at the end of the series. Now, with what you've learned, your success lies in your ability to go one layer deeper and be assertive. You really do have enormous possibilities. Go for it, starting right now, and good luck.